Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel full of reads. This week I'm going over Red Sky Mourning, which is the seventh book in the Terminal List series by Jack Carr. If you love Tom Clancy, Ian Fleming, and all of the great thriller books out there, you're going to absolutely love Red Sky Mourning. Stick around and I will take a dive into the book. I will hit the highlights, not going to give too many spoilers away, but I'll probably give one or two, so be prepared for that. But before I talk about Red Sky Mourning, I want to talk to you about what I'm listening to on Audible. Right now I'm listening to The Journey of Crazy Horse, a Lakota history by Joseph M. Marshall. It's a fascinating story of life, love, and loss. I absolutely love stories of the Native Americans, their struggle, and what they went through, especially when the settlers started going west. And this is a fantastic book, so you should check it out. So the book starts off with a Chinese submarine on orders from mainland China that is barreling down on Hawaii, ready to launch a missile attack. Well, the Chinese government contacts the U.S. government to let them know that there is a submarine missing and they can't find it. Well, the U.S. They can't find it, and there is a suicidal commander on that submarine that is, they're saying, is having a mental breakdown because he lost a lot of his family during COVID and he's wanting to pay some people back. So the Chinese contacts the U.S. The U.S. goes looking for this submarine and they find it and they destroy it. They blow it up and they think all is fine. But the main reason the Chinese government did this, said that there was a rogue sub out there. They wanted the U.S. to transfer some data that was in Hawaii. They wanted the U.S. to transfer some data that was in Hawaii to the mainland. That is a normal protocol. If Hawaii feels threatened, they transfer data. All right. The Chinese wants this data, and they're trying to get it with the help of shady character Andrew Hart in Elba Industries. They want this data because it will help them to, one, take over the world, but definitely it would help them on their attack of Taiwan. And this is where James Reese comes into the picture. When we see James Reese in this book, he's taking flying lessons from his good friend Liz Riley, a lady he helped when her helicopter got shot, or her plane got shot down in Iraq. So he's up taking pilot lessons from her while he's up in the sky, circling around, doing what he has to do to learn how to fly this plane. He sees this man talking to Kate on the dock, on the ground. And he's freaking out because he still feels guilty about the loss of his wife and daughter and unborn son. So he feels like he has to protect Kate and all of his friends with everything he has. So he makes sure the plane lands and he gets out to see who is talking to Kate because he's fearful. Well, come to find out, it is Victor Rodriguez, the guy from the CIA. And if he's there, Reese is about to have to go on another mission. So Vic needs Reese to try to figure out why Alice, the cybercomputer, has went dark. Nobody can contact her. Nobody can figure out where she is. And she has grown accustomed to James Reese. And really, James is the only one that Alice will have any kind of contact with. Well, the CIA needs Alice because Elba Industries, the ones who intercepted this data from Hawaii to the mainland, they have their own cyber computer named Napoleon that is just not quite as good as Alice, but they need Alice to help figure out what's going on with the Chinese government, Andrew Hart, and this Napoleon. So, what really sends Reese into a fit of rage is everybody knows that Reese is the one who could stop it all. Reese and his team can pretty much end everybody. So there's another hit team sent out to take care of Reese and his family and friends. Well, what happens is Katie gets shot. She gets sent to the hospital. She's alive, but she's in critical condition. Reese has to leave her to take care of business to finally end all of this once and for all. And after Kate gets shot, he starts this real bad internal struggle of he loves Kate, Katie loves him, they're engaged, they're going to get married, but he's wondering if he's really the right guy for her because for the rest of their lives they're going to have to look over their shoulder, they're going to be targets, and he's wondering if he should actually put Katie through all of this. So Reese and his team find out that Hart is on a island in Indonesia, and his plans are to send a low orbit missile to take out some satellites. What they want to do is use something called the Kessler syndrome, where a rocket goes up, explodes, hits a satellite, where it causes so much debris that it takes out all the satellites in low Earth orbit. And since the U.S. has most of the satellites in low Earth orbit, it will absolutely destroy the United States communications. It will knock them back decades. That will give Hart, the Chinese government, and Elba Industries, Napoleon, they will give them the upper edge on ruling the world. So Reese finds out what's going on, and he is on a mission to stop the launch. And that's pretty much all I want to say. I'm telling you, these books are amazing. This whole series is absolute a banger. I mean, I've ran through these 7 books, so I highly recommend them. They could be, I was thinking about this. You could actually read them as one-offs, right? Because Jack Carr does a good job about giving you just enough information when he has flashbacks, when he thinks about his wife and stuff like that, that what happened, that something happened. You just don't get the whole story. So I do recommend you reading all 7 in order, but if you could actually read one book at a time, out of order, whatever, he gives you enough information that you're not completely lost. So, and book 8 was supposed to be coming out in June, but Jack Carr just made a social media post. Today's Cinco de Mayo. He made it a couple days ago that publishing will be pushed back to October, and he is working on his second targeted book. The first one is Targeted Beirut that I am about to finish up now, and there will be a review coming out on it. But he didn't tell us what the new book, what the terrorist attack he's highlighted is going to be, but stay tuned for that. But I want to tell you, I appreciate you watching this. I hope I'm getting better. I'm trying to get better each video. And if you've read this book, this series, any of these books, drop a comment and let me know what you think. And there will be a link to, if I can get a link to the audio book on Audible, I'm going to drop a link for that. I think you'd like that one. And a link for Red Sky Mourning. I appreciate you watching. Thank you.